Olive Rosalie Lachance was, and still is, a passionate fairy connoisseur when it comes to their online presence. She would commonly apply the "if I can do circus, I can totally fly" mindset to her interest in the field. Olive never attempted this difficult feat, but she has an overwhelming sense of confidence when it comes to the concept of flying. Olive spent her time on 2020 TikTok as an avid commenter on countless fairy vlogs. She would come to the immediate rescue of many fairy influencers across the platform, ensuring to the disbelievers that this fairy was real, and that she follows them on Fairy Talk, which is a social media for fairies. Think of it like Raya.
She was a fairy.
Fake It, Honk David, Penis Eater Griffith, the cheap hooker, was the founder and the CEO of Democratic Hype House. His famous video, "Imagine if we all stormed the Capitol while this was playing in the background," to a popular song by Mother Mother, is commonly used to describe the true influence 2020 indie TikTok had on the January 6th Capitol riot, which David also attended. His other pastimes included buying cans of Monster, using the color customizer filter, and bullying.
Shout out to all the faggots who will be dying soon.
If I didn't ride blade on curve, would you still?
Patrick William Tuohy spent his younger years watching and attempting the high notes performed by Ariana Grande. After he realized that he had mastered his true craft, he decided to apply this ability to America's Got Talent. Somehow, his video application of him singing Dangerous Woman got lost in the mail and ended up winning the secondary hit TV show America's Funniest Home Videos. After this mix-up, Pat used the money he won on the show to go into singing lessons. He eventually learned how to break a glass with just his awesome high notes. In 2017, Pat's Arianator career came to an end after his heart was broken when he saw what happened at the Manchester concert. He wasn't necessarily upset or grieving the loss of the victims, but more jealous that he didn't ever get any attention from Ariana, and he realized that he never would.
Just keep breathing, 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 breathing.
After the historical musical hit the Richard Rodgers Theater and was published on YouTube, Mira Swanson Gunderson knew that she needed more. There was an itch inside of her that only a rap musical could scratch. She found decorations for her room online and begged her parents to buy them for her. When Jen and Mike denied this proposition, Mira knew that she had to take matters into her own hands. She sat down at her dining room table and copied down every word of the Reynolds pamphlet, Federalist Papers, and the Declaration of Independence. She hung up these papers, but realized something was missing. Mira snuck out of her house that night, bought a fake ID, and took a red-eye flight to New York City. She arrived in the Big Apple with only one thought: it's time to go to Trinity Church. She cartwheeled to the church, and once she arrived, she bent down at Hanson's grave and started to talk to him. Once Mira finally left the gravesite, she was longing for more, because she felt like there was one piece of the puzzle that was still missing. She knew everything about every founding father. That's when she looked over her right shoulder and saw David Diggs walking down the street. He looked at her, and he winked. Mira knew that her journey was complete. The second-long encounter with Thomas Jefferson's storyteller taught her everything she needed to know. Mira opened her iPad and crafted what is now known as the single best piece of art known to mankind.
Turns out we have a secret weapon, an immigrant. You know I love Hosanna. Bitch, I can fuck all night. Pussy real good, she can feed me all night. Fuck her in my chain, you can see me in the night. Told her bend it over, let me get it with some ice. Baby, she gon' want it.
Eleanor Grace McAlpine is currently banned from the Pottermore website. She first heard about this blonde boy with a pretty-sounding name because of a call she received from a member of the Hogwarts staff, a Dr. Severus Snape. The doctor had warned her he would be hot, he was beautiful. Eleanor decided on one faithful autumn morning that she would waltz to her local public library and check out the first book in the Harry Potter franchise. She had no idea what was ahead of her. Once Eleanor turned the page that led her to the introduction of Draco Malfoy, she knew that her life would change. Eleanor finished the book that day, and the entire series was complete by nightfall. How did she do this so fast? She committed to a certain style of reading. Her special time was spent reading select pages pertaining a certain lawn male, Draco Malfoy. On her withdrawal of the final book in the series, the librarian recommended that Eleanor McAlpine seek a therapist, but Eleanor heard, TikTok is where the best Draco content is. She raced home and downloaded the app with adrenaline actively coursing through her veins. When she searched Draco edits in the TikTok search bar, her eyes popped out of her head. She spent the next week with her phone strapped 2 inches from her face as she anxiously awaited the newest post from her favorite Draco edit account. She attempted her own edits of the character, but it caused her excited nature to quickly fleet. Madeline May Ants in My Pants Bologna Sandwich Lindstad hit her peak in 2018 when she watched countless compilations of Thomas Sanders vines. But sources say that her happiest moment was the day that she found her first gay vine. She laughed so hard that she sneezed. She recorded this blessing and thought, this will do wonders on Vine, an app that she had not yet downloaded. Maddie looked into the App Store on her iPhone 8 and excitedly typed Vine into the gray search bar, while still giggling to herself and wiping her nose. When she pressed enter on the App Store, she looked for Vine, but it was nowhere to be found. Maddie fell to her knees in true agony and started to weep. When her mom walked in to see what was wrong, Maddie uttered the words, I was born in the wrong generation.
And now for the weather with our weatherman, Al. Al? Gonna rain! Thank you, Al. Who...